Today I'm chatting with Rob Jacoman. So Rob joined our program just over a month ago, which is crazy. I would love for you, Rob, to take 2 minutes to share who you are, who you serve, and what you do.
So thank you so much, Jess. I'm so grateful to be part of this program, and you guys have such an amazing team. Your question really ties in perfectly to how far I've come in a very short period of time with this program, and that is extreme clarity on who I serve and the core offer that I'm now able to deliver, and that has become such a game changer and so transformational for our business. I never imagined in 4 weeks time that we would have the kind of success that we've had. And as you know, I serve the insurance industry, primarily insurance agents, brokers, and producers who really want to build, grow, and scale a multi-million-dollar book of business. So that's kind of like the end goal, the end result, the outcome that we want to produce for our customers. And really, we do that by building a lead generation and new client acquisition system that really helps them fill up their pipeline with the right type of dream client, as well as dream referral partners, because we really believe that one of the most important things that, and leads are fantastic, but really what helped me clarify, you guys helped me clarify, was also helping them with other areas where they could also attract new clients into their business. And one of the best places to do that is with referral sources that have access to their dream clients, that they could potentially get referrals and introductions into those relationships.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for sharing. So let's back up a little bit. Let's talk about before you joined Foundations, right? So before the program started, like, what was going on in your business at that point?
That is actually such a great question, because I've been following Greg's content now for some time now, and it took me a long time to actually make the decision to join, but I've been paying attention. I've been watching content and listening and absorbing. And then finally it just got to the point where, I knew I had the pain that Greg was talking about in his videos.
What was that pain?
The biggest pain point for me was really productizing my process. And what I mean by that is building the systems and the foundation and the frameworks to be able to take me from doing all this one-on-one customized work and, basically taking on anyone who, I wanted to work with or thought I could help, but now transition that into more of a productized system and process now that is so crystal clear. Even my team is like, Rob, we just love what I came up with a very systematic step-by-step process working with you guys. And now it's not only is it beneficial for my customers because I can walk them clearly through a very systematic process to get them closer to that result, and actually get them results very early on, a lot faster, and also transition from one-on-one to more of the group, coaching and masterminding, and building a community. And that was the feedback I got from everybody was that was such a game changer for us, because instead of repeating myself over and over and over in these one-on-ones, we now have a group format where we can share experiences, build community, and people can get the customers that are on those calls now can get real answers and learn from their peers as well as from us. But it's been a transformational experience for them because they're hearing stuff that they would have never really heard or picked up in a one-on-one, one-on-one consult. So the pain I went through was the transformation I went through in a very short period of time. Was the things that resonated with me with Greg was customization, doing one-on-ones, and really capping out my ability to scale the business, to now having that hope and belief that we have an amazing product that we can offer to the masses. We can offer to more people and transform more lives, transform more businesses with our system. And that's what gets me so excited. And I now have a clear vision of how we can help to transform this industry and the people that we serve.
Beautiful. I mean, very well said. I love the win of this transformation for you in such a short time. Thinking back to when you were fully customized and delivering one-on-one, how did that feel? And did that impact other areas of your life or your business when it was all one-on-one customized?
So I don't know if anybody that's been in my shoes, anybody in the agency model or has a marketing or digital marketing business. The one thing that if you get caught up in that customization, one-on-ones, you really cap out and you can't grow. I mean, you could, but then you'd have to hire a team and then have more resources. But I can share from my experience, I was exhausted. I mean, I was working, I'd have dinner, then go up into my office and continue to work and to try to finalize projects. And I felt like it was more project oriented, very customized, and everyone's solution was different. Whereas now we have one uniform way of delivering a true process and a system that gets consistent results that we can put everybody through. And it just feels so much better. It's actually freed up my time now, where especially, Jess, this firsthand. I was shared this with you. One of the reasons why we're having this call is because I immediately made the transition from one-to-one to sending out an email, a video email to all of my customers and saying, guys, listen, the best thing we can do for all of you is let's start having these group calls where we all get on the line. We all share experiences. We have some Q&A, we have some teaching going on, but we really want to build a community. And that feedback was incredible. Like I never imagined. I got emails and messages in Slack back from customers like, oh my gosh, this was amazing. Like they couldn't wait till the next week. And now we're in this groove and it's literally freed up my time instead of working on one-to-one with each customer that now it's freed up my time to be able to focus on how can I help everybody at the same time and leverage my time. And it's actually one of the fears that I had. And this is really important for everyone who's interested in going into this area is I had the fear that one-on-ones were the way to go. And it's the only way to go. And it's how everyone would get a transformation. You got to get yourself away from that fear of giving that away and go into the done with you model. You actually will get what I found from experience is I'm actually getting better results with my customers with this model than I did with one-on-ones. And I just had this myth or this belief in my mind, like the only way that this is going to work is if I work one-on-one with everybody. That's like the best value I can deliver. But actually it's the opposite. The opposite is true. And that's what I found from experience. But I just made the decision in my mind. I just did it and went with it. And it was the best decision I've ever made so far. And that one thing has been transformational for us.
I love that. I love that. So what I'm hearing is you went from one-to-one customization, spending most of your time on fulfillment and delivery to switching to this done with you group, feeling the group power. It's not only increased your results with your clients, but it's also giving you so much time back. Your team is seeing a shift in the energy and organization of your business. So it's hit so many different areas.
Yeah.
Just by making that one transition.
The awesome thing about it, Jess, is in the unexpected outcome that I got from all this, the level of engagement among each other, being peers, was unlike anything I've ever imagined. Like I didn't imagine. We just had a call this morning and I asked a question like, hey, like you guys often ask like, hey, what are your barriers? What's holding you back? What are some challenges you might be having right now? And someone on the call was courageous enough to share, hey, I have a fear with doing this. And, I just, she was struggling with her belief system in herself and and selling, and she was very vulnerable in that moment. And I gave her so much credit for that. I said, you know, thank you so much for sharing. I'm sure there's a lot of people on this call right now who are experiencing the same thing that you just shared. And it was very courageous of you to be vulnerable in this moment. So thank you for that. That opened up the entire call, and the level of engagement on by her sharing that one thing was absolutely incredible. And it was a phenomenal learning experience, I think, for everybody, because everyone started to
Absolutely.
realize, hey, we're all in the same shoes here. We all have the same fears, a lot of the same fears, and a lot of the same things that go on in our mindset. But having that out in the open and sharing and learning, and like, okay, now what do we do with this? How do we transition this from where you are to where you want to go? So then
Mhm.
we transition that into, okay, guys, what are some ways we can solve this? Or what are some things we can do to overcome those fears, to overcome, get over that mountain? Maybe we go around the mountain, right? Let's all come up with some actionable strategies today that we can walk away and then, execute in our business and get a result. And
Yeah.
that's the result of doing this process. It's amazing.
Absolutely. You're seeing firsthand the power of group calls, getting that real talk out. I absolutely love it. I'm so excited for you. This has been one transformation that you made the choice to make the change, and you did it, and you just stuck with it, and here we are 4 weeks later. So I love that. Some closing questions for you. What were some of your concerns or fears when joining the foundations program?
Oh boy. I, you know, I don't think I had any fears or trepidation necessarily, because I think Greg was able to really build that trust with his content. And I felt like I just knew this was the right fit. I knew it for a while until I finally pulled the trigger. But then the one thing that really solidified, and it's such a great learning experience for everybody else, is to incorporate an onboarding experience for your customers. And Jess, what you did in the beginning is you brought us on board, and you had a very specific process, which kind of put all my questions in my mind at ease. And you walked us through, hey, here's what we're going to cover. Here's what we're going to expect. Here's what you expect. Oh, by the way, there's some accountability on you. Like, you have skin in the game here. You've got to be ready to take action and run with this thing. And I was just in a position where I was ready, and I just said, hey, if I'm going to make this happen and I'm going to make my dream come true, I'm going to trust in the process, and I'm going to follow what your team recommends. And the one thing I love the most about the whole experience so far with the community and engaging and interacting with the community, like, we can post things in the platform, and because you guys use Upcoach. It's just a phenomenal platform because we can all engage and interact with each other. And that has been like, I can create my core offer, post it in the group, and get feedback from everybody. And it just helps us be better and better and better, and help to improve, because we only know one way sometimes in our minds. But then when we hear somebody objectively say, hey, you might want to think about this, or hey, we've seen, like, you guys have seen hundreds, maybe thousands of these, come across into your program. So you guys have a frame of reference and experience that we don't have, that just by sharing with you, hey, this is what I'm working on, you guys give us such amazing feedback. And that helps to make it better and better and better, so that we can, create something that is scalable, and that we can get results from.
I love that. Well said, Rob. Well, to your credit, you've executed, you've stayed the course, done the work so far. So, congratulations on that. We're super excited to see what comes in the future. I appreciate you taking this time. We will wrap up here, but so excited, like I said, to keep going with you and see what comes next.
Jess, it's
All
my
right.
pleasure. I love working with you guys. And this is just the first step, right? So we have so much more to look forward to. We all have a big vision here, and we want to be successful, and we want to help each other grow as well and support one another. that's what it's all about. That's what life is all about. And this program gives you that ability and gives you that support and interaction and engagement with your peers to help you get to where you want to go. And that's what I love the most about the whole process and working with you, with your team.
Beautiful. Thanks again, Rob. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. Thanks, Jess.
All right.
Take
Bye.
care.